Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing a video on how to make Rolags on your drum carder. As usual, we're using the Fancy Kitty Little Tom XL drum carder. And for this, you're going to need door stops. Why door stops? You need to put them in the sides of your drum carder so when you're pulling the Rolags off, the drum doesn't move. These are the best ones that I could possibly find for this. They have these nice handles on them so you can stick them in the sides and pull them out easily. You don't have to like grab it like this and shove it in and pull it out because that could be hard to pull out. So these are pretty great. I got them on Amazon. I will leave a link in the description below so you can get some if you want some. They're really great heavy duty door stops. So get yourself some of those. You don't necessarily need that exact kind of door stop, but that's what I use, and I would recommend it just because I find this handle is very handy. And today we're going to be using wool from Arlene Vasquez of Wild Wool Farm. She sent me a little care bag of all these beautiful fibers. We've got some beautiful teal cotton. We've got this beautiful teal Angelina. We've got this lovely, like a dark brownish black, I'd say a very, very dark coffee, like espresso brown and silk blend. And this lovely, look at how it's got those lovely little stripes of color inside. This one is called Deep Sea. It's Corridale, Cheviot, and Pearl. Again, this is Deep Sea. It's got Corridale, Cheviot, and Pearl in it. It's mostly gray, but it's got these nice stripes of sort of like a pink and teal and white throughout. Very, very pretty. So we're just gonna blend some Rolags with some of these, see what we can make. Just sent some sari silk, very pretty. Got just regular white merino wool. And this, which I think is so beautiful. I need to get more of this. It's lovely, isn't it? This is called Jenny's Mermaid. It's a teal blend of merino, Corridale, and Swaledale, rose fiber, and milk fiber. So again, you can get your own beautiful wools from Wild Wool Farm on Facebook. She also has her own website. Look at all these pretty rovings. Ooh. So we're gonna make some Rolags on the drum carder. I'm gonna switch the camera around so we can get started. Okay. So in order to get your drum to just stay where it is when you're done and keep it from moving, all you need to do is take your door stops and stick them on the inner part of the drum that's closest to the liquor in brush. If you put it on this side, when you go to pull up, it's just gonna come out when you go to pull your Rolags up and off. So you want to stick them in this part of the drum, and then the other one on the other side. Just make sure they're in there good and your drum won't move. So this is why you need the door stops. You don't necessarily need these, but if you want this kind, I will leave a link in the description below so you can get your own. We don't need those in there yet though, I'm just showing you why. Now we're just going to add all the wool on the drum carder and then make some Rolags. So we're going to turn our drum carder on and just start adding the fiber. I really, really love this one. I've been staring at this for a while now, so I'd love to add this. So one thing to keep in mind if you want to make Rolags on a drum carder or on a blending board, anything, always keep in mind that you want all of your wool to be at a uniform height off of the drum carder or blending board that you're using. if you have lumps and bumps throughout the drum or the blending board, when you go to pull your Rolags off, you'll end up with thicker spots and thinner spots on the rollag, and it won't be consistent. So just keep in mind that you want to try to layer your drum so it's all uniform, so you get the best rollags possible when you pull them off. Otherwise they might look a little messy. Not that it really matters, there's no wrong in fiber art, but if you're a perfectionist like I am, then just keep that in mind. Otherwise you will get frustrated when you go to pull them off. So I will speed this up. We'll add all of the merino. I will come back after and show you guys how to pull everything off the drum, and I will see you then. Okay, so I just want to take a second to tell you guys, make sure when you're adding all the wool and everything to your drum carder that every so often you check to see how you're doing. Now you don't need to completely fill your drum carder to do rollags. If you completely filled it, it would be really hard to pull all the rollags off. So you only want a few ounces on at a time, so when you pull them up and off, it'll be a lot easier. Just like if you've seen the blending board videos, they really don't put all that much on and then they pull it off and add more. That's the same thing that you'd want to do here. So just keep that in mind when you're adding the wool, and just check every so often to see if you have any mountains and valleys of fiber, and if you do, fill in those valleys so it's all uniform, so when you go to pull the rollag up and off, it'll be a uniform rollag versus thicker and thinner parts of a rollag. If you had your drum carder all set up that way, it'll pull off that way. So just keep that in mind when you're adding your wool and everything to your drum carder. And when we get everything on here, I will show you how to take it off. Okay, so now you're going to want to spin it around till you get to about here. Keep this down a little bit so it's easier for you to pull up and then move the drum. So maybe even a little bit back. There we go. About there. That's good. And this is where your door stops come in. So you're going to want to place your door stop towards the liquor in on both sides. So this in the back of the drum where it's considered to be going down when it's spinning, and one on the other side, so the drum doesn't move. And I'm gonna flip your brush up. Start opening this like you would with a batt. So open it up. And again, another reason why you don't want to have too much on the drum is when you go to actually take it off and spin it, it's going to be really hard to get all that fiber in and pull it off if there's a ton on the drum. So remember, you want to do thinner layers when you do this. At a better angle for you. So now you're going to want to take your door stops out and just move this slightly. Put them back in so it doesn't move. And just continue on pulling it off and making rollags.